This meeting of the mayor of the board of aldermen for the city of Cleveland is now in session. If you have any business before this board, please come forward and you'll be heard.
Ed, will you open for prayer?
Let us pray. Our dear Heavenly Father, we come this evening hour to give thanks for the many blessings Thou hast restored unto us. We just thank you for this privilege, and we thank you for this opportunity for allowing us to come together to discuss the business of the city. We pray that everything we do and say will be in your will. It is in Jesus Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Actually, I'm gonna ask you to help with this first bit of business here. It's something that we, our hometown heroes have done, and I want you to tell a little background on it, and I'd like to present them with.
Yes, sir. On the 11th of July, we responded to a wreck on Highway 61 South. Officer Stewart, Officer Benavidez, and Officer Drew Lambert responded to the call. Officer Stewart, along with his other ones, got to the car and the driver was trapped in the car and the car was on fire. Officer Stewart broke out the window, picked up the lady and carried her to safety. Officer Benavidez, she helped the lady to keep calm, and Officer Lambert applied the tourniquet. I've been in contact with the family a few weeks ago, and the lady did her leg was still operable and is doing good because of their actions.
It's a life saving.
Yeah.
So it's Officer Stewart, Officer Miss Rebecca, and Officer Drew Lambert. Yes, we got both of them here, but Drew, just come on forward, please.
And another one I do not want to forget is our supervisor, Sergeant Seth Nelson. He is.
Let the Joel get up front. Oh, which one?
I'm not stepping into that. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Guys, thank you.
Yes.
Okay. Let me just say this real quick. I've had a distinct pleasure. I see Dad just came in, my former colleague. You know, I'm so thankful. And Ms. Sanders told me to make sure that I express appreciation toward the two of you. You know, these two gentlemen were in my wife Head Start class, kindergarten class, I'm sorry. And every morning I would go in my refrigerator, I would look at the two of them on my refrigerator pictures. And I finally told Andy one day I came to work, I said, Andy, I'm tired of going in my refrigerator looking at your boy. I want to say to all of them, I've had a chance to meet all our crew, and I just want you all to know we are thankful for you, proud of what you do, and continue to make us look good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for being our hometown heroes. God bless you. Okay, we have one visitor tonight, Judy Richardson. Come up and tell us your business, Miss Judy.
And Deborah Pilgrim is with me.
Okay,
Well,
Deborah.
we're part of the Optimist Club, and if it's okay, I'd like to take just a minute and tell you, and I'm not sure everybody knows what the Optimist Club is. You do because you're an affiliate member. We thank you and Miss Becky for doing that. But the Optimist Club is an international club that has been in existence for over 100 years. The Cleveland Club has been here for over 30 years. Optimist International provides scholarship contests in essay, oratorical, and junior golf that they give away every year over $20,000 to students. And every year Cleveland Club has participants in the essay and the oratoricals. And the club level also gives monetary awards. And every year we send a child to the district awards where they receive scholarship money there as well. We also promote patriotism and respect for law. And so we make sure we do something for our lawmen every year. Our latest project that we did, because every club can have their own personal projects, and we have several. Our latest one that we just finished was the photography contest. And we gave away $800 and awards for teenagers doing what they enjoy doing, taking pictures and applying it to one of the tenets of the Optimist Creed, which you will find on the back of this pamphlet. This pamphlet is I can't think of the word, my mind just went blank, but it's just, you're the only ones who have seen it. It's not been handed out because we're waiting on your approval and we're waiting on your suggestions to help us. The Avenue of Flags program is an Optimist International program. A lot of our clubs do it. We have just finally gotten some men in our club, so now we have some men who are going to help us put these flags together. And our intention is to sell them to individual homes, okay? But we want to go with it downtown because, as you read in the pamphlet, our downtown is so beautiful. And I just think it would be so much more enhanced to show our patriotism. And it almost makes me cry with the flags going around the wall. And because, you know, the storefronts with the awnings and everything, the way that it's made, there's really no way to display flags. And you'll see on the inside a picture of what it would look similar to in our town if we had these flags. And so our intention is to sell a subscription, an annual subscription to the merchants downtown. And we will put out the flags. We will bring in the flags. We will keep the flags for until it's time to put them out again.
So it's like for Veterans Day and Memorial Day.
Well, for downtown, because of the 50 Nights of Lights,
Right.
we would have to do it on a different schedule from what we're doing it for the homes. For the homes, we're putting them out 1st of May, taking them up after 4th of July, putting them out 1st of September, taking them up after Thanksgiving. So what we're probably looking at doing is putting them out 1st of May and taking them up 1st of October.
How many? Are you?
As many as we can sell to the merchants. And,
Okay.
but with the merchants, they get a plaque, an acrylic plaque that will go in front of their flag that will
Right.
say this flag is placed by Abraham's Men's Store. So when people are walking around the track, they not only see that Danny has patriotism, but they see an advertisement for his store as well.
You know what? This would be the last group to come to, in my opinion. I think, because the city beautification does a great job. And I know they have big grant plans and all this stuff about maybe getting the new stuff down here and all, and trees. You know, I wonder if we maybe should start with that. Because I know that, of course, I think we're going to talk about some sculpture stuff tonight as well.
Okay.
And I know that, I think Exchange Club maybe does the flag on the poles that go around
Okay.
for all the holidays. So,
Yeah. Question.
yes.
What if you had a business that was not on the main street? Are they eligible to?
Yes, they are. And as well as if people who like
And or you?
myself, my husband was veteran, and so I can
Right.
put one in his
A
memory.
couple of veterans in here, and so,
Mhm.
you know, we.
Yes.
And you may need it to fill up what you want to do. Are you talking about putting them on both sides of the trail or just one?
Well,
side of the trail? What
because
is that?
there's crepe myrtles on the west side, we'd have to come on the east side of the track. And then, you
So
know,
they'd be on the track, not on the street like this picture.
right. Unless we run out of space on the track, and then we could come back and double on the curbside.
Permanent poles, the reason I'm asking, you put them in concrete? What is-
No. we have this that will go down in the ground and we just come around and drop the flag in the pole. And, having said that, let me also add that we have a Cub Scout leader or a scout leader in our group. And he has talked with the other leaders and they have agreed that, the Boy Scout troop can put the flags out and bring them in for us. And, that will be their service project as well as we will be making donation to their troops. So it'll be a twofold win-win for two, organizations.
The only thing, Mayor, you've got a group, the money that we got from Main Street, Mississippi. Y'all had a meeting last week when I was in town and they have some projects already to line
Yeah, well,
up. So I think it would have to be coordinated.
I think we have a few groups. I don't think historic district maybe, but maybe.
Yeah.
The beautification first
sure.
and foremost, and maybe the chamber, because I know a lot of, they've lined up some welcome to Cleveland flags with home of Delta State University coming out, but they'll be on the poles.
Anyway, I think this is great.
That's great.
Yeah.
It needs to be coordinated with those three groups.
Okay,
So we don't end up with a cluster of stuff.
right.
Yeah, we need it. Oh,
So,
I'm not gonna say this because Mrs. Zena's in here. All these guys sitting around here. We know you ladies know how to figure things out. So,
and so is that something that we need to contact
yeah,
them?
Chamber.
yeah.
Chamber.
Well, I would say city beautification first.
And the chamber, I think, because that's who's getting the Main Street
They getting the,
Right,
grant.
they are.
They're coordinating they're kind of coordinating
I think
everything.
Hannah Guzzi and Murtis Tab.
Director at the chamber.
I have one.
New director of the chamber,
I'd be
okay.
glad to send you the contact information for both of.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Kirk's got a question.
I have a question. With respect to, you said there's a different procedure for doing a flag at your house,
Mhm.
like Memorial Day through July the 4th.
Right.
I have this.
And that, it's a different, because it has the different dates on it, and this is
Okay.
something that we have already started selling to individuals.
So we could sign up for our house.
You sure can, and it's $60 a year rather than the $100.
And y'all still place them and put them out.
I mean, that,
Yeah.
That's great.
Start, but
I have
if
one-
anything happens, Danny wants one.
Danny wants one.
If anything happens to the flag, if it gets sold,
I mean, that would
worn
be-
out, we replace it.
That'd be a big.
That'd be big for the whole town.
It's true.
Downtown.
So
We have
so
to
whoever sells their home.
figure out how to get it done.
This to the new homeowner.
Right.
Mayor wants a copy.
I think, thank you.
Put me down.
Councilman,
Don't do it downtown.
It'd be $60.
And I don't want that.
sir?
With a business flag.
The businesses are gonna be, if we, uptown will be 100, because they'll have the plaque with it.
At your house, the business will be.
At the house, it'll be 60 because it's just the flag.
Right.
And I have a flag in my car if y'all would like to see it.
It's 10 foot tall pole
Oh,
and it's a 3x5 flag. So it's
Okay.
not,
you-
it's not.
it's gonna stand out.
Yes, sir.
Right, during those Memorial Day, July 4th.
Yeah.
That's a great time.
Yeah, and then back at first September, it'll be there for 9/11 and, the only thing about, the downtown dates is we would miss Veterans Day. And, that, and we could if.
They will be on the flags will be on the poles.
And if
Okay, better.
we can,
James Club does every,
we'll
Okay.
take it down during certain times and put it back up.
That's correct.
yeah.
Well, we would come around, or the Boy Scouts, first part of May, which covers, let's see, it's
Memorial Day.
Memorial Day and, police officers, Memorial Day, Police Officer Day, which is May the 1st, in case y'all didn't know that.
No.
And you got all of them listed under the.
I thought I had them listed.
Yeah, we just,
I think the bottom line is we
Just gonna have to.
this.
It.
It just needs to be coordinated.
Danny, you got
I
something?
do have one last thing. Chief, do we have a camera downtown? We need to avoid the flags. Will it impede the vision of that camera?
It all depends where they put it.
Maybe they can get with you on
If
that.
that happens, we'll-
And we realize,
All right.
that it's gonna take a lot of
Coordination.
Yeah.
Working, with a lot of different things to make this happen.
Those city beautification ladies, they got
Yeah.
Well, she's gonna.
any ideas too.
Gonna contact.
Appreciate that.
Sounds good.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank y'all. Appreciate it.
Oh, y'all just.
Public-
Oh, you're quick. Oh, did you get an application? Well, y'all can call me or you can just send your check in the mail, the address is
Thank you.
on there and that'd be great. Does anybody else need an application for a flag?
I think you got them all.
I even got.
Okay. Let's see.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Okay, public hearing. All right, we have a short list, sort of short list. 405 Clasco Place, Quicksilver Tax Funding LLC. 622 Pearl Avenue, Moselle Blockett, 624 Pearl Avenue, A&A Properties LLC, 12046 Sixth Avenue, Hal G Properties LLC, 915 North Chrisman Avenue, Barbara Ann Higginbotham, 908 Church Avenue, Jayton Wentz, 603 South Bolivar, Jimmy Bryan Jordan, 1007 Bayou Ben and L.W. Rose and Charlie Ann Whittington, 901 7th Avenue, Preston Warrington, 1026 Jefferson Circle, Shirley Vardaman and Jeremy Jones, 1303 West Sunflower Road, Macmillan Properties LLC, 1305 West Sunflower, Michael W. Hall Jr., 505 First Street, Crossroads Laundry, 811 Farmer Street, Brantley Wallace and Jonathan Cattle. 803 8th Avenue, James Ernest Morris Jr., Lakita R. Morris, and Teresa Hatfield. 501 Canal Avenue, Kenesha D. and Terrence D. Walker. 902 Church Avenue, Jones W. B. and Ella. 904 Church Avenue, Big J Reynolds LLC. 810 Pearl Avenue, Columbus McGee, care of Alberta Johnson. 1209 Sixth Avenue, B&B Family Limited Partnership. 1016 Jefferson Circle, B&M Family Limited Partnership. Is there anyone here to answer to any of these? Mr. Trotter, do you have any requests for extension on any of these?
No, I checked today and that no extension.
Perfect, got a question.
Mr. Trotter, the house on, is it Glasgow Street, a place that?
Glasgow.
Glasgow.
We got ready to do the demo and we did the last title search and the tax company purchased that property. So we noticed the tax company.
So they own,
Tax company owner now, we just adjudicated the title and do a motion in a second.
great.
You want to make the motion?
I'll make the motion to approve those.
Okay, motion Kurt. Brian second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. All right, engineer?
Guys. Hey, Joe. All right, I'll have my, or I'll hit the few action items. First up, we have a change order on our 2023 pump station improvement project. We found, two 14-inch valves that are not operational. Anyways, allowing it to flood our site and recirculate water out of the lagoon for no telling how long. So anyways, this is the price to replace both of those valves. Any questions? I'll keep going. Next up, we took bids on the Shelby Sewer Basin Rehab Project. Under budget, we recommended to award the project to the low bidder, Suncoast. And finally, Fiducia Park Sanding, the contractor has completed the allotted budgeted amount of sand for that project to fill up all the low spots. We're under budget. We're pushing a change order to come back in and add another 1/4 inch of sand across the rest of the fields. Maximize our budget from last year.
Right time to do it, okay?
That's all I have.
All right,
Any other questions?
okay. Danny made the motion.
Second.
Robert second, I'll say aye.
Guys, let me just say this, Eastside Park over there, everything is looking pretty good. I guess they'll start on this other layer. They are. They're gonna be back working on Thursday,
Okay.
finishing those 2 sections of curb they had to replace. And they'll be paving, early next week to try to wrap that up, but, they're working on curb. The asphalt machine we haven't paved in 3 weeks, though.
Yeah.
So we had a big meeting with the contractor today, get his schedules.
And, he still says he's gonna meet contract time, so.
Okay.
They will for sure be moving all their milling machine and paving equipment back in on Friday.
Okay.
So you'll see a lot more work for the next few weeks.
Hey, I have a question. The pump station improvement project, about how long is that gonna take? You know, because I know
Yep.
because that equipment, that's a, that's a.
I can find out. I would think they would be off of, making that tie-in this week where they can free up their equipment and their trench box to go do other planned projects around the city.
One that I keep asking you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, well,
I'll find out definitively, but I don't see any reason why they shouldn't be moving out this week. So,
okay, great. Thank you.
Okay. Any other engineering?
no.
Okay, Danny, city attorney,
I would like a motion in second to approve the consent agenda if there are no questions.
So moved.
Second.
Gary, Ted, all in favor, say aye.
We have some other items you want.
Yeah, we'll go
Keep
with that.
rolling.
Yeah.
Y'all have my report. One of the things that is in there is a discussion of an easement for an EV charging station. You get to looking around with these cars, it's I-55 and I-20, there's nothing coming from the Delta. And so what they want to do is they want to put what'll be two chargers, which means you can charge 4 cars at a time right through the alley on the backside on the city of Cleveland's property. And the easement proposal would be where we grant an easement to Entergy. And for as long as they use it that way and maintain it, they put in 2 charging stations, which, I did everything but because this is kind of new. I even talked with the folks at the AG's office and nobody's even asked them about it, but I looked at it. It's completely legal and wow, what it'll do for tourism.
Well, they chose us. They came and said that the traffic flows and the number of people y'all get in here and all.
Absolutely.
Cleveland is the ideal place to have it.
So you need a motion?
It's supposed to be there.
This is right through the alley by my office where you come through the walkway. There's a parking lot in the back.
On Commerce.
And that row of buildings over there.
So you basically,
Cleveland State.
you'd pull up in Cleveland and while your car charges, you could come downtown and shop.
Oh, okay.
That wasn't,
Come to Cleveland,
what did they ask?
Come to Cleveland and they can't get home.
That's right.
Well,
Couldn't get home. Had to go to another place, charge.
Had 2 prominent gentlemen that really want to come and they've got some charged vehicles and we want to make sure they spend some money. So
oh, yes, sir.
I make a motion.
All right, Robert made a motion.
I second.
Danny second, all in favor, say aye.
Mayor, one question I want to ask them. There's a slow charge and a fast charge. Did they?
Oh, this is the fancy Tesla stuff. I mean, this is,
Fast charge.
oh yeah, this is,
All right.
this is,
Hey, if we can keep here overnight, that'd be great.
Danny wants a slow charge.
I know him quite well my whole life. Another hour and a half down the road.
Yeah, that's what he, well.
That's just.
Okay, here's the question.
They know that the charging stations are there.
Every time.
They actually show up on their,
On their phone.
Yeah.
they have, yes, ma'am. They have an app for where the charging.
Under the world, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Under the one.
Okay, so I did ask for an update from the gentleman that we're working with Energy, because originally they had said they had hoped this fall to begin construction, but there's a longer lead time on delivery than anticipated, so now it's looking like perhaps next summer.
So do they charge a fee for charging your car?
Now that I don't,
Sure they do.
Oh, yeah, they're selling electricity.
I would,
I'm sure.
Will you get some sort of tax benefit for that?
I think you can answer to that. I don't know.
There's some little credit in there, but we're not really. I mean, like sales tax or something.
Or something.
Oh, you're asking me a tax question. I'll find out. I'll find out because
If it is sales tax, it would be a diversion just like any other sales tax. Comes back
Yeah.
to Cleveland
Yeah.
at 18.5%.
Well, and I'm sure they would have sales tax.
Yeah.
one thing Michelle's gonna do when she talks back to him is we're gonna see if there's a way we can hurry it up. You'll see on the form in there, I basically took their regular commercial form and made it into a municipal one. The other thing is there's a place for a legal. We don't have a legal. And instead of them sending somebody from Jackson, if they'll just tell us what they want, we've got engineers and we can knock it out. It might speed us up a little faster.
I'm hoping maybe if we could see what we could do on our end to help speed it up.
Right.
Plus.
The next thing you'll have on me is discussion of redistricting proposal.
Chris is here with us, so I can,
Oh, Chris is on soon?
yes. Mhm.
Okay. Wait. Y'all have three different options. Y'all may want Be prepared, Dan.
Chris,
Yeah,
can you
I
hear
think-
us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, sir, I can.
Was there another map? But the third.
You can hear
Yes,
you.
ma'am. Yes, sir.
I missed it.
Gary, what were you gonna say?
Well, I mean, we need to start looking at this thing. We got to get this thing in place before January, probably.
Okay. We've got another meeting the morning of the 20th. I know some people didn't pick them up,
Well,
this and that. So if you got interest,
I mean, I looked at them and,
Precinct.
Carl sent me something. I think you like option 2 best.
Hear this, one of the, and I'm no expert in this, Danny and Chris have done it. But one of the things they look at is your neighborhood, your core neighborhood for your ward. And under Plan 2, the part of the old part of Cleveland, where my daughter lives in that on floor, that would be lost to Ward 4. Maybe I think Robert would take that too.
Yeah.
Not opposed to you
I
having,
thought that was Plan 1.
I was Plan 1, maybe.
Yeah, it was Plan
Plan
2.
3 preserves that original core area of
Looks like.
that runs from Pierman. I think that Robert right now represents Pierman, Bolivar,
The floor.
and the east side of the floor. That would stay the same. You wouldn't lose that. But under one of the, I think Plan 1, the west side of the floor, it would go up that corridor there and would be lost. And I'm not gonna, I don't know.
Plan 3,
Next year,
the bottom line is Plan 3 is the least.
whoever comes in, that core area under Plan 3 would be protected.
Right.
And,
Plan 3 is the least change of it. So everybody needs to look at plan.
Look at
all of them.
yeah, look at all.
We need to deal with it in a couple of weeks.
would you, if you have questions, Chris, let's do that. But if not, would you like to?
Well, he's got the demographic data that goes with every plan. So he shows you the population inside the ward and the voting population and
And that's all uploaded.
and all the demographic data
So.
that goes.
So everybody's got it.
It's in
Yeah.
Dropbox.
Yeah.
I miss seeing it, so,
Okay.
I wouldn't want to make a decision today.
Okay, can we,
We're talking about in 2 weeks.
yeah, the 20th.
Yeah.
But you got a map.
Chris, could you
Everyone.
get back? Will it be Zoom
I
or
see the plan.
in person?
I'm just saying the maps.
You
The
check,
maps couldn't be uploaded.
you check
Okay,
with.
that's what I'm saying. I want to
She
see the
can give you
maps.
that.
I can't,
I have the first 2 maps. I
She's
got
got
those.
three.
I'm saying the 3.
I'll grab it for you. It's up front at the water department. So
Thank you.
if anybody didn't pick it up, I'll go grab it and bring it to you before you leave this evening.
All right, thank you.
Yes, ma'am, no problem.
Y'all have any questions for Chris?
Not yet.
Nope.
Okay, can you be back with us the morning of the 20th at 8:30 on Zoom, Chris?
Yes, sir. I think I can. I've got a deposition that morning. I'm sure it won't start until after 8:30.
I bet it won't.
It'll probably start at 9, but if we can, if we can take care of the redistricting at 8:30 on that morning, then I should be good.
I think we can. I think it should be
We'll do it
fairly
first.
quick. Yeah, we'll do it first and move quickly for you, Chris.
Okay, well, good deal.
All right, we'll talk to you at 8:30 on the 20th.
All right. Thank y'all.
Thank you, Chris.
Hey, and if any of y'all have any questions between now and then, we can email Chris with that.
Absolutely.
Get them to you, Danny, an email.
I can do whatever, or Michelle, whatever you need.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Hey, we have some executive session things. One very important thing we've been working on, we need to talk about one of our parks. So that can wait or however y'all want to do it.
We have,
Yeah, it's a really big deal and super excited about it. We need to.
Anything else?
we have a potential litigation item that needs to be discussed in executive. And then the economic development.
Okay.
So just a brief thing, what we will be discussing is the park. And that we had sent out an MOU and, had gotten the MOU from Dr. Allen as well. So we'll look at both of those and y'all, if y'all will let y'all stay around in maybe my office or the old boardroom. And as we have questions, call you back in because we'll do, well, no, you can stay for right now.
Hang on.
When we go in executive session. Yeah. You're welcome to get bored and listen to this other stuff now. Okay, let's see, going next here. Billy Trotter,
I don't have anything, man. I have something for me.
questions of Mr. Trotter.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks for your work.
Thanks, Billy.
No, it's still amazing that we had over $21 million worth of new construction.
That's right.
And we had 4 new houses,
I would say more than that, but,
you know, this report maybe
oh,
this year.
Well, you got a lot of stuff on the highway too.
But I mean, it's just lots of stuff.
yeah, a lot of good stuff.
Thank you for that report, Bill.
Well,
Anna,
How are y'all?
we good, girl.
Y'all have my report unless you need something from me. I'm good.
Okay, questions?
Great job. $3,400, bro.
Yeah, she's doing a great job.
Mercy.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was our budget 2 years.
okay, Dudley,
I have my report if y'all have any questions.
Yeah, good job.
Thank
getting
you.
me.
Dudley, that was heartwarming tonight. That was.
Yeah, well,
Good folks.
how'd school year getting off? Great stuff.
Good start.
Yeah.
All right, Craig.
The only thing I want to do was, also thank Dudley and his crew. Only thing I can say about that day is you ought to seen it in color. That's a big deal.
It was something tragic.
Not trained to do that. That's what's in you. And when you get squeezed, whatever's in you is what comes out. And they got placed in that situation. They reacted. That's not something that you ever planned for. And they did. I mean, that's the difference in that lady being here and not being here.
Wow.
So I sent a video to Michelle. I don't share videos at all. I don't do social media. But if she's, if you'd like to see what we got there too, we've got a 2.5 minute response time. And when we got there, it was fully involved. So wow, it's a big deal.
That is a big deal.
Proud to serve with them.
Yep. Yeah, and you did
What
great.
happened that day would look like something you would see in a movie. I mean, that it was amazing. So.
Okay,
Hats off to them.
Well, people need to know what we have and what we're working on.
right. Jamie,
Y'all have my report unless y'all have any questions for me.
questions of animal shelter? Good job.
Out up there.
Yes, out of there.
Yeah, it is.
Everywhere. Thomas?
The only thing I have to add to my report is I found out this morning USG Water Solutions, the people who we pay a subscription to every year to uphold the integrity of our water towers, will be here in the morning to start painting the water tower at 3rd and MLK over here by the hospital. But other than that, I don't have anything to add to my report.
Any questions? Brian, go ahead.
Go ahead first.
Thomas, I don't know, Sunday I was coming out of church right here on Bishop Road, at the Catholic church, and it looked like there was some water running over the curb. Couldn't tell if it was coming out of the field or not. It didn't look like the potty pipe was inflated, but there was a pretty good amount of water coming over the curb. You know anything about that?
Yes, sir. I passed by it as well and saw it. I pulled over and looked. It was water coming out of that bean field.
Okay.
Got a good eye.
Yeah.
Danny?
Thomas, are we on schedule to flush and check our water hydrants, or when do you do that constantly?
Yes, sir. We do that all throughout the month when we have downtime, every single month. I believe we've done 10 this month in Ward 6. But the guys are on top of making sure they're all flushed, make sure they're lubricated, and they're working properly for when if we do have a call, the firefighters will be able to access them fire hydrants easily, get
Thank
water
you.
from them.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
I need to ask,
Okay.
hey, Thomas, I know Steve-O was saying on Evergreen, there is, some asphalt that's missing. He was saying that the garbage trucks were doing something and he wanted to see if there was a sewer issue under there. The reason why, they're not able to repair that part. Have you all talked about that to see what's going on over there?
No, man, but I can get with him first thing in the morning. And if we need to, we can sub it out to a contractor to have those lines cambered and make sure there's nothing going on under the road.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, other questions? Okay, it's Steve-O.
Good afternoon, everyone. I don't have anything outside my report unless y'all have something for me.
Questions, Steve-O? Okay, Clint?
Everyone. Judy, I got a couple things for you.
Oh, yeah.
First off, some good news. We were successful in getting our multimodal grant that we applied for. This is going to be for the emergency access road, connect the fire station bay directly into the taxiway Bravo at the airport. Y'all should have that grant agreement in front of you. We just need to get that approved.
I'll make a motion.
We'll move. Okay, Kirk made a motion, Ted second. All in favor, say aye.
Secondly is the approval of the North Fork Aerospace Agreement. This is what we discussed last month with Mike Cagey, the former director of Golden Triangle. At the time, I just didn't actually have the document with us since it was such a short notice. Need to get that
Make the motion.
Robert made the motion. Dina second. All in favor, say aye. Okay.
And then my final thing is, so we actually have an issue with the hangar floor that was put down. The epoxy did not harden. What we're being told, the material supplier sent the wrong catalyst with the mix, so it never set up properly. So they're having to come in, scrape every square inch of it off and redo everything. Because of that, our tenants aren't able to take possession and utilize the building. So what we're asking is,
They're gonna do it at their cost.
yes, it's not gonna cost us anything extra. We're just wanting to, I guess, do an addendum to the lease, essentially not charge them rent for this month since they can't utilize the hangar.
That's only fair.
Make a motion.
Dina made the motion. Danny second. All in favor, say aye. Okay.
That's everything that I have.
Okay.
One question.
Aye.
Just so they'll know, how long do you think it'll take before they finish this?
They've got most of it up now, and they've been making good progress on the removal. And we're hoping by September is what we're shooting.
September first. That's great.
So we're talking about maybe 1 or 2 months.
It should, I would say no more than 2 months, but at least 1.
Christian, Par.
Evening.
Evening.
Excuse me. Only thing I got that's not on my report is the bear pen gates, automatic gates. They will be in the process of being fixed tomorrow. Somebody either bumped up against it with their vehicle or just playing around with it and broke the lever of the arm that pulls it back. And they're gonna come in and weld that and fix that back. And
Christian, which gate was that?
The main gate.
On the east side?
Coming in, their opinion.
I have a question there when you get to.
Anything else, Christian?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I'm asking for approval for 2 different things. We have about 100 and something shoulder pads, and we would like to donate those to Cleveland Middle School, and an approval of a new Parks and Rec logo.
Okay, Robert made a motion.
Second.
Ted second. All in favor, say aye.
Do we have to move them in from one inventory to another, anything to get them out? Not those.
Those are not
Okay.
inventory.
Okay.
We don't have any liability. The kid got hurt using that stuff, would we, Danny?
So does the district have to receive it?
Yeah, they'll have to accept it.
Yeah, Kirk got it. I bet they've already asked.
Justin,
They'll get us a letter.
don't know if I've ever met you. I'm Kirk Pavall. There's a tremendous amount of number of people in this town taking up the sport of pickleball. And you've been very helpful in providing different venues for them to play. I would ask you to consider offering maybe some training chances or opportunities for people who want to take up that game. Long range. I'm not talking about immediate, but you're familiar with the pickleball up and the play and
it's big time, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
behind
yes,
it
and
all.
we're in the
Yeah.
process of trying to get some stuff set up where we can. We
It's
have
20 to 150 people.
Yeah.
Yes, we have close to, I think it's either 3 or 4 individuals that are certified to teach pickleball. So we're trying to get that together.
Oh, wow.
Oh, thank you. This, appreciate it.
I have one done.
Okay, Gary.
We have, CYSA handles the soccer program. And we have a contract with them that's probably fixing to expire sometime soon. We need to have a meeting before we do that.
Yeah.
So let's just don't arbitrarily resign that contract.
Yeah, the guy called me,
Chad,
not
not
Chad,
Chad,
Kyle Smith. So, yeah, we need to put our heads together on that before it's time to renew. And
Just let me know where I need to be.
okay.
Christian, we thank you, and I do know one thing, as we approach budget session, you know, looking at lifeguards and things of that magnitude, and I just hope that we can take all that in.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank
you, Mayor.
Converting the pool to.
I thought we were too. Okay, got other questions, Christian?
On what?
Okay, all right, Michelle?
Okay, I have a couple of things.
Flashback.
First thing I have is, we had some budget amendments in Dropbox. An approval for.
So moved.
Second.
Gary, Brian, all in favor, say aye.
The next item is we had received a request to purchase the sculpture that is titled Love Arch. I don't think I have to describe it. I think the name, you probably know which one it is. The purchase would not take place until next fiscal year, but the rotation of the sculptures is taking place right now. So if we are going to make the purchase of the sculpture, we have to let them know so that the sculpture does not get picked up.
And it's a joint up, like 3 parties.
Yeah.
That is correct. It is
Low end of it.
3 parties that would be contributing to the purchase. The ask, well, there's a letter in,
It was in the.
that describes it in Dropbox.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, Kirk made the motion. Danny second, all in favor, say aye. Okay,
I'm unsure about the gender.
okay, we got it worked out.
The next item that I have is to rescind my motion from July 1st, approving the grant services for our home corporation home grant for 2024. There was an issue with the publication and the proposals that were received. And so we had to re-advertise, receive proposals again. And the proposal's been received, scored, and our recommendation is in Dropbox for approval tonight.
You need a motion?
I need a motion.
Yeah.
A motion to rescind and approve.
Do it, man. We
Yes.
definitely need it,
Okay, Robert made a
I
motion.
second.
Danny second, all in favor, say aye.
yeah.
Okay.
That's all I have. And just a reminder that budget session is next week,
You help me, 'cause that's it.
August 13th, 14th.
What time we gonna start?
We will start at 8:30, I think is when we've been starting. I think that's what.
We're gonna try to do that Zoom or here.
Zoom, I think, isn't it?
Zoom,
Yes,
or
sir.
you can-
Yes, sir, because I'll be set up in here, so you can do either. or.
Gary, you'll be here.
Yeah.
Inside the building. Brian, how about you? You be zooming?
Everybody Zoom.
Be by Zoom.
No, I'm gonna be Zoom.
He's gonna be
Okay.
Zoom.
Okay, more the merrier for that. That's a big deal.
That's what I do.
Okay. Okay, Heather?
Just the employee action recommendations, but I do have several items on that for approval.
Unless anybody's got any questions about them, I make a motion, we accept them.
Gary made the motion.
Second.
Second, all in favor, say aye.
Thank you, that's all I have.
Okay, Robert?
Yeah, I don't have it. Let me not steal Zena's flavor, because both of these individuals here live in her ward, but sitting here, I would be remiss not to acknowledge my president of the Alumni Association of Valley State University.
Is that Odell?
That gentleman, and Odell he think he's my classmate, but I'm older than him. He was trying to hang with the older fellas. He's also a Valley alum, so we're just glad to have them, and also my constituent here, Miss Rita Griffin, is here tonight. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, okay, all right.
I don't have anything good to go, man.
Okay.
Well, Robert stole my show.
Okay.
Does that.
Okay.
Okay.
Brother said I had to.
He said he didn't want to, but he did.
I didn't want to.
All right, but
Guilty as charged.
We'd like to, invite, Charles, Haynes to our next board meeting and recognize him for the city, more than 25 years, and he's on the well now, so I would like to,
you want to have him,
permission.
he'd probably rather come to the 5:30 meeting than the 8:30. Our next meeting is
Okay, then.
20. You
It
might want to.
probably best then.
And if you want to get some information together, maybe, Alan, somebody can help you as
Okay.
to how many years he was here, because he had a long, long history of being here. We'd be glad to recognize him in the right, proper way.
He's on the well, so.
Okay. It's in your hands then. Okay, Gary?
I'm good.
I mean, I'm sorry.
Just a point of order, did we approve the new logo for the park, the official park logo?
He said he's gonna show it to us.
It's here.
It's in Dropbox.
Okay, I don't know.
So I don't think we voted separately on it.
You didn't vote separately.
I'll make a motion, we approve it unless we want anybody, has everybody seen it? Or do we need to approve that?
You do need to approve it.
Right.
And I actually, the way I did it was I took it that when Robert made his motion, he was making his motion for both items. So perhaps I misunderstood that.
That's how I took it.
I took it.
Right, you did, didn't you?
Robert, were you?
I did.
Good.
We all right? Okay. Am I looking at the calendar right? Is the next Monday in September Labor Day?
And
we have to-
Monday would
we have
be
to fit
Labor
in.
Day.
Our budget situations. So what are we looking at there, Michelle?
So we will.
Can we meet the following Monday?
We meet on Monday.
That'd still be the 8th.
Actually, what we'll need to do,
I knew it was a glitch.
How many days do
We have to do it by the 15th of September.
that's right, but we have to have a public hearing first.
Well, I know that, but can we set the notice for the hearing tonight, approve that on next week, whenever we meet?
Right. So I think what we've done before, because I think we could meet Tuesday, the 3rd. And then we would have our public hearing the following. We could have our public hearing on Tuesday, the 3rd.
That gives you more breathing room.
Right. Have our public hearing on Tuesday, the 3rd. And then we would have to approve on the 10th. We would meet on Tuesday, the 10th to approve. Because the
And then we'll meet
15th,
again on
the 15th is Sunday. Then every year in September, we meet 3 weeks in a row. Because you have your,
Yes.
yeah.
and then we would meet on the 17th would be our regular meeting for the month.
So we're proposing to meet when?
Tuesday, the 3rd
For hearing.
for our regular first meeting.
5:30.
The way it's scheduled and this budget is such an ordeal. I mean, this girl hadn't had a weekend free and I don't know when. It's.
We'll set the notice for the 3rd.
But that'll be at our regular monthly
Yeah,
meeting.
yeah.
That's right. We'll have a public hearing at the regular monthly.
So it's
meeting.
fixing to be a lot of meetings coming up with budget and all
That's
these other
right.
things.
That's right. So, and I can put that on the agenda for our next meeting to, adjust that.
Can we do the second meeting in September by Zoom? All of them available by Zoom.
Yes, sir. The
Yes.
second meeting normally is by Zoom, so we.
Yeah, that's a easy deal.
We had
So that's
the budget
the-
last year on Zoom, we didn't do that.
So do
It
we
was on
make a
Zoom.
motion to change that meeting day to the 3rd?
It just goes so
Ma'am?
much.
Do we need to make
I
a
think we
motion
did,
to
though.
change that meeting day?
We can do it tonight, or I can put it on the agenda for our next meeting. That's still in plenty of time.
I mean, that's might as well.
And do it if you
Go
want.
on and make a
Since
motion.
we're in talking, well, I would like to make a motion that we go ahead on and set our next meeting day for the 3rd at 5:30.
Okay.
Second.
Brian, second, all in favor, say aye. Okay, there you go. Okay, that's all I've got. in
Executive session.
Executive session, and we're gonna,
I make a motion.
with your own questions here in a minute.
Did you have something?
Do what?
Did you have something else?
No.